All right, guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Welcome back to another video. Be talking again about Sebastian Rogers. A lot of drama going on right now. A lot of, I guess we'll call it legal drama going on right now with the case on YouTube. Not going to really pay no attention to that. That's going to work itself out. I'm keeping an eye on it, but not really going to talk anything about it or anything like that. It'll work itself out. But anyway, what I'd like to stay focused on is the just questions that I have, concerns that I have, and just focus on just going back over stuff that's kind of concerning, stuff that's coming back to me going, well, what about this? So that's what this video is going to be about, is well, what about this video on the Sebastian Rogers case? Now, as we wait for the case to unfold, if it ever does, hopefully it don't end up like Summer Wells and we're, sitting here wondering what's going on 3 years later. I want to take a look at the Bowersox for just a little bit, okay? We all know that there was some bad stuff allegedly said about Terry by, like, I guess a former co-worker or something like that. And now we know Chris Proudfoot has said they have been vetted by police. But what about the Bowersox? Have the Bowersox been vetted? We've not heard anything about them being vetted or anything like that. Now Chris has plainly come out and said, him and Katie have been vetted by the police, almost to the point to where he would feel like they've been cleared, right? But we all know police ain't come out and cleared nobody. So, but nobody said anything about the Bowersox being vetted. So my question is, how thoroughly did the police look into the Bowersox? And again, I'm not saying that the Bowersox have anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance. I'm just going to be, going forward, just going back over stuff, asking questions, running scenarios by you guys, to giving my opinions, concerns, stuff like that. And you guys can comment in the video and tell me what you think. So, that being said, and I'm going to talk about other people besides the Bowersox, but I just want to focus a little bit right now on the Bowersox. And just concerning stuff said about them, by a co-worker and stuff like that. So, and I got to thinking, would the Bowersox, if they are involved, and I'm putting the word if, would the Bowersox help Chris and Katie with removing Sebastian from the home? If that's what's happened, okay? It's just a scenario. And in an investigative process, there's going to be a lot of scenarios if there's apparently a lot of lack of evidence, like in this case. So, and there's been a lot of chatter about the Bowersox doing just about anything for Chris. People have even made the comments that, Chris is a mama's boy. So, again, if the Bowersox have anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance, would they help Chris and Katie remove Sebastian from the home? So that being said, got to watching a video here. It's, and credit to Bed Crime Stories, 5 months ago. So this is about 5 months ago, guys. And just some concerning, questionable stuff that I want to kind of go over here. So let me play this audio clip and this first audio clip, and we'll kind of go over it.
They're definitely
So that's, I guess, allegedly a co-worker of Terry Bowersox, or someone that knows that has been acquainted with Terry Bowersox and Chris. So again, I mean that's just weird, guys. Comes across as someone that would pay someone to off somebody.
Weird individuals.
So they're weird individuals.
Weird how?
Now, I don't want to say that he was being serious, but when speaking about Nina, I mean, he's mentioned before about, like, paying someone to rid her, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, paying someone to rid her. It's concerning, guys. It's concerning. Hopefully, investigators have looked into this and you know, found out, you know, why, you know, if it's true, why, you know. So that's one concerning thing I have. Okay, that's one of the concerning things I have. So let me know if you guys have heard that, and what are your thoughts and opinions on that. So let me go to another part here, and we'll listen to another thing.
To believe or not believe. Now, this Matt also described Bowersox Sr. as someone who used to speak with someone, either a sergeant or a lieutenant from the local police department, every week. If true, this may hint at Bowersox having connections within local law enforcement.
Wow. So we've all heard rumors of that. You know, so it would be, a lot of people were thinking maybe Chris had connections with law enforcement. But according to this, it sounds like Terry Bowersox Sr. is the one with the connections to law enforcement. Let's listen to that again.
To believe or not believe. Now, this Matt also described Bowersox Sr. as someone who used to speak with someone, either a sergeant or a lieutenant from the local police department, every week. If true, this may hint at Bowersox having connections within local law enforcement.
Wow, guys, wow. So there's that. That's kind of concerning, right? That's kind of concerning. You know, can that affect an investigation, right? Can and would that affect an investigation? Depends, you know. Depends on if there is corruption within the sheriff's department. Well, now we got other agencies working on it too, but it seems like from this Matt person that knows Terry Bowersox, it would just be, you know, the police in the sheriff's department, not TBI or FBI, just like the local police. But again, though, the local police, you know, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, they are ultimately in control of the investigation. The TBI and FBI are just helping out. And, you know, again, if there's any corruption or worries of corruption within the sheriff's department, just kind of makes you wonder, guys. Just kind of makes you wonder. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on that. All right, let's move on to something else here.
He said that son of a bitch had something to do with it. I said, oh, I know.
Matt said he met Bowersox Sr.'s stepson, Chris Proudfoot, at company holiday dinners, spoke to him at those gatherings. Based on his interactions with Chris, Matt described Bowersox Sr. and Chris Proudfoot as pompous jerks. He didn't use the word jerk, to be honest, but rather the three-letter word used to refer to one's derriere, if you know what I mean. YouTube probably doesn't like that term.
Okay, so let's talk more about, have you ever met Chris?
Wow. So, again, you know, as far as a character witness would go, this guy doesn't seem to like Chris and Terry too much because pompous jerks. Let's listen to what else is said here.
Chris.
Yeah, I have met Chris. At one of when they had the Christmas dinners and stuff, I've met him.
Just in passing, or did you ever have conversations with him?
No, we had conversations. I've met him, I wouldn't say over 10 times. But I mean, I've met, and I can say this, they're all pompous.
Wow. Had an ad pop up right there, so let's see what else he says here.
Matt went on to say that Bowersox is just as bad, if not worse, than Chris Proudfoot when it comes to making fun of Sebastian. Matt claims that Bowersox allegedly referred to Sebastian as a retarded idiot. Bowersox would say things like, "My grandson, I don't know why he does the S-H-I-T he does," and Bowersox was referring to Sebastian soiling himself. Matt...
Guys, this is bad. I mean, that's again, if you heard that, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are about that. My thoughts and opinions are, if they are not involved in the disappearance of Sebastian, there is still no reason to treat anybody, let alone Sebastian. No reason to treat any kid or person like this. It's mean, it's evil, and it doesn't paint a good picture for, Terry and Chris. It doesn't, guys. It sure doesn't. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on the behavior, allegedly from Terry and Chris aimed at Sebastian. That's and I don't know if all of y'all have heard that. If you haven't heard this, you've heard it now. So definitely, give your thoughts and opinions on that. So, let me move on here. I may have played this already. I don't know.
Matt went on to say that...
Oh, yeah. So, it's just bad, guys. It's just bad.
Bowersox would say things like, "My grandson..."
Yeah, I hate hearing the R word.
And vandalize it if he would pay someone. That Bowersox Sr. is the type of person who would pay someone to go to your house and vandalize it if he was upset with you. So these are the...
Wow.
Bowersox Sr. is the type of person who would pay someone to go to your house and vandalize it if he was upset with you.
Man. So, as far as like a character witness, this Matt guy is not painting Chris or Terry as, in my opinion, decent human beings. And, Chris seemed like he kind of downplayed a lot of the CPS stuff when asked about it. But I wonder if he was downplaying a lot of the CPS stuff for a reason, I think Seth has got his hands on some very powerful information. And, it's totally what Seth wants to do with it. But again, guys, I'm not going to focus on the whole RICO legal drama going on between people and stuff like that. I just want to focus on, the investigation, the night he disappeared, the stuff leading up to the night when Sebastian disappeared, the stuff that happened after that, that's kind concerning as far as people that have access to Sebastian, okay? It still bothers me, though, that everything was locked up the next morning. The windows were locked up. The doors were locked up. Sebastian's shoes were still there. A lot of people say, well, did Sebastian even make it home? And a lot of people are like, well, I believe he made it home because his shoes were there. A lot of people think that he did make it home based on his shoes were there. Well, just because his shoes are there doesn't really mean he made it home. What if something happened to him on the way home and putting his shoes in the bedroom was part of the plan, right? So who knows, guys? Who knows? It's a very complex investigation, apparently. And again, instead of focusing on all the legal drama and stuff going on right now, Don B just wants to focus on the investigative side of what happened, who had access to what, events leading up to the disappearance, events after the disappearance, just a lot of questions to go over and reanalyze and stuff like that. So that's what I plan on doing. So again, listening to all this, guys, let me know, if you've not heard this before, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on it. If you have heard it before, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I mean, have they changed? Have they changed since you've heard this last? Until now. But again, whoever this Matt guy is that knows Chris and Terry is really not painting a good, a good picture for them as far as being decent people. That's kind of concerning, guys. It's kind of concerning. So as an investigative aspect, you have to look at that. I mean, you do. You have to look at that. So again, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on that. Appreciate you for hanging out with me. See you on the next video.